Good morning, YouTube. Yeah, I'm talking directly to you this time. It's been a while since we sat down and had a chat, just you and I. I want to talk about something real quick. Don't worry, it ain't super sensitive or real deep or nothing. It's just us having a friendly chat. And that's what we're gonna do. So, let me properly set my windows here so I can see. Here we go. Again, good morning. This is Red SW. Don't worry, it's not a beer. Those who know me know I don't drink beer. I do have my Bagu though, that's next to me. I'm not gonna open that up just yet. No, this is just a green Monster energy drink because yesterday was a monumentous day. Me and my family. My brother got married. Congratulations to him and his new wife. I'm gonna ask him again in a month how married life feels, because he doesn't know yet. Probably should have put that in the freezer. Alright. Today, as you can see, we're playing Warframe. I'm gonna have that going in the background live while we're having this discussion. Why am I making this video? What is this about? So, as everybody who's been a Warframe player, anybody who's been just on PlayStation period, knows the two biggest, I guess, rivalries you could say that I know of going on is between this and obviously Destiny players. Destiny in general. I play both, obviously, as you look anywhere through the channel. I've been a fan of Destiny pretty much since it's come out. I've been a fan of Warframe pretty much since I got my 4, the PS4. And I want to talk about why I don't understand the intensity of the rivalry. And by that, I mean why everybody has such disgust one way or another. Personally, in my life coming up, rivalries always built on one another. It will, even in the military, we use rivalry, or competition rather, to make another better. But again, I'm starting to ramble. We're not here to do that. I want to compare the two in a way that might be more of a tasteful manner. And I'm gonna start with the focus on the games. Pretty much. While I'm doing that, I'm gonna just I forgot what I was about to play. Oh yeah, I remember now. I'm gonna start with the focus of the games. And from what I see, what everybody sees, Destiny has a thing where they try to you can't really tell what their focus is because they have a wide scope. It seems like they try to do everything. They want the story to be epic. They want the gameplay to be epic. They want PvP to be as great as PvE. They want to have you, I guess, damn near addicted to the game. Oh, I need to go do this. But here's my thing with that. I don't think there's ever gonna be anything that covers all bases like that and is addicting in the way that Bungie, or I guess Activision, whoever you want to blame, is trying to make their game to be. On the other hand, Warframe, they seem to have more of a co-op gameplay and story focus. Hey, what's up, Mac? How's it going? Warframe, they, yeah, they have a lot of things that Destiny does, and whereas they try to make the community happy by putting in things that they ask for, they clearly have a focus that they stick to, and the community has come to accept that. Well, that's one big thing I like about the community, and I'll get to that in a later point. But they stick to the guns. They stick to what they know. They stick to what works, and they've taken that and flown away with it entirely. And that has worked for them in a monumental way. And I commend them for it. I definitely do. Um, the next thing we're going to talk about is the story between the two games, or in some people's cases, lack thereof. I kind of don't want to touch on this subject, but I feel it needs to be brought up. As many times as people talk about it, I'm gonna say something too, because I feel like it could be better. Ooh, there it is, hon. I'll wait till I have a few other people with me. But I feel the story over at Destiny could definitely be better. I'm not gonna complain, because one thing I've come to love about Destiny is their mystery with their lore. They don't feed you everything, and I like that. I thank them for that.
Alright, chop chop.
Let us piece it together, please, and thank you, because when we actually get it right and we get that reveal, like, okay, my favorite character when it comes to Destiny's lore is hands down Tolan. Tolan the Shattered. This man, I believe, has expressed the highest level of power. Now, granted, Osiris is dope. Yes, I give him that. The man travels through the Vex line of time, which is simulated. He's not actually traveling through time itself, he's traveling through their simulations. But considering that the Vex does have an effect on time, I can see your argument there. However, Tolan, my man Tolan, this dude looked death in the face and said, "Fuck you. Thank you for letting me in. I am now here, and you can't do anything about it." He embraced the song of Air You. Okay, that death singer is probably scratching her head wondering how the hell she let this happen. I don't know why I'm using this new knife on these guys.
Both devices draw energy
But
from bomb ballists.
yeah, she knows she fucked up and she can't do anything about it. Hell, no one can. And another thing that made me really like Tolan was when we finally did kill Oryx, his reply wasn't that of congratulations. I probably would have the same reaction he did. Was, you killed Oryx and you did not take his throne. What in the ever-loving fuck is wrong with you? Why would you pass up on this amount of power when you can become the Taken King and solve this problem? We wouldn't have taken in D2 had we done that. Hell, if we did, they would be allies. you see the point I'm getting at? This whole Taken issue that we have going on now would have resolved itself immediately. Another great lore character was, of course, the Titan himself, Saint 14. Because by God, if there's a Titan I'm gonna love, it's that man there. Or I'm sorry, Exo. He's still a man, whatever. It's that guy. I mean, he's straight up said, "Fuck you," to that cow. I don't care who you think you're choking. You're gonna die here. And then immediately turned around and went looking for Osiris. And though he got trapped in the Vex time loop, he said, "I'm not trapped with you. You're trapped with me," and killed, who knows, hundreds of thousands of them, with and without ammo. I mean, if you can't respect a man's history for that, and we're not going to talk about his perfect paradox, because I personally think that's honestly just the Matador rebuilt. But I'm not going to get into that. Just know the man is tough. His history is tough. Everything about him is tough. Now, coming over to Warframe, as much as we don't like operators, Tenno, as much as everyone has their gripes, complaints, and mute them, even I'm guilty of that because I got tired of listening to them too. But at the same time, you gotta respect the kids. You really do. Look at what they've done. Look at what they're doing. Hell, I hate Ortis with a passion. But if that man were to ever get his original body back, you know damn well I'm gonna show him his respect. He went in there single-handedly and started killing off Oregon. Like during the ceremony to respect him and represent him, he said no. I mean thank you, but no. I'm here to take you away because I don't like you. Now I hate what he's become, but it's not his fault. I mean, here's the thing with that. They don't express that in just the gameplay. You gotta figure that out. And that mystery in the lore, I feel was awesome. So they both the games did great there. Just phenomenal. What's my next point here? Weapons. Okay. I hope somebody from Bungie watches this to hear this one point. So if they hear anything from me, just stop reskinning shit. The only reason why I'm okay with Warframe reskinning it is because it's like, okay, they make it apparent it's the same gun, but to a different degree. Destiny tries to do it and says, no, this is something totally different. No. Perfect example. There's 3 hand cannons in Destiny that look exactly alike. That's the Better Devils, the freaking blanking in the names right now. I probably should have wrote those down too. The Better Devils, the one from Future War Code, and the Iron Banner hand cannon. All 3 of them literally look the same. They just got different designs on them. But they're supposed to be different weapons. Like, no, I just use the Better Devils. Okay, they got different stats. Whoop-de-doo. They do slightly different things. Not really enticed by that. Because if I get a gun with explosive rounds, I don't want it to be delayed. Granted, that's a nice little touch. Referring to the gun from Future War Code, it has delayed explosive rounds, which I thought was an interesting attempt at something different, but it's still explosive rounds. That's not different enough, I'm sorry. Now, when DE does reskins, perfect example. There's 3 levels of a gun called the Tigress, which I absolutely fucking love, because that thing is immaculate. The first Tigress you get, the I guess regular Tigress, it's a badass on its own. All right. Then there's the Scanty Tigress you get from one of the syndicates. Syndicate being New Loka is the one that I'm thinking of. That thing is ridiculous, like flat out. Not only can you get healed from the weapon when you get kills on it, but it does I think corrosive damage, which brings down the enemy's armor, which makes them faster to kill, which makes that gun 5 times as deadly as it was before. Yeah, that's a great change. And it's basically Tigress 2.0, because they took it, they remade it and you can only get it from those guys, and it's their personal weapon. Cool, nice. Now, here's the next one that I like, because I feel like if they're gonna reskin something, this is the perfect way to do it. Is the Tigress Prime. Now, the Tigress Prime is quote unquote the original version. Okay, is the OG. It's the Tigress. It's covered in gold, made by the Orkin in their golden age, and this thing, because it's the pure Tigress, has the purest damage in its purest form and causes pure havoc. Like, if you got a big target that needs to go, one trigger pull most of the time, they either half dead or all dead. That Tigress Prime is tailor-made for just that. There's a fly in my room. DE. Good freaking job there. No, no water.
Their resource vault at my
What else am I
location.
looking at here?
I want to put them on edge, so they start making mistakes.
From the weapons to the warframes to even, where's my sentinel? This little guy right here. And my pet. You can mod everything over here. And modding is so extensive that your gameplay becomes unlimited. Hell, you can even mod these things called the Arcwing, and I'll get to that in a moment too. We'll talk about these later. But there's nothing you can't mod. And with modding, there's almost nothing you can't do. When Destiny said they're going to bring modding into the game, this is what I was expecting, in all honesty. This is what I was looking for, because Warframe already had mods going, and they already did it right. So the expectations were already high, and not just for me. The entire community said, yes, we want this. And when we got it, we said, no, we don't want this. This is not what we signed up for. We are looking for something that enhances the Warframe, that enhances our Guardian to such an extent that we can have moments like that, walk up, blast, and just watch everything melt away. He's not dead? Now he is. Look at this. He's done. He's done. We want to be able to make our guns and our Guardians do shit like that. We want that level of power in our hands. Mods, honestly, if it wasn't for the extra boost of 5 in light level, fuck you, it's light level, I wouldn't even bother with the mods. In all honesty, I would just deal with my weapon base and go from there. I'm okay with shit like that. Why? Because there's no real incentive to have one on. I'm really hoping with the next DLC that, you know, Forsaken, that this is what they have in mind. That it's actually going to be that impactful, and not just 1 or 2 mods for 1 or 2 pieces, or 1 or 2 mods per piece, per class, whatever the case. You know, come with a list. Give me a grocery list. Give me something to really build on and off of. Rolls perfectly into the next point. Progression. And not just like progression in the game, progression of the game. It's for Destiny, it's getting there. I mean, progression in the game used to be way better. I miss having the skill tree where you could really finesse your Guardian and make them into something that was just like, yo, I remember on D1, I would literally ask my teammates, what build are you using? Not what skill tree, not how are you doing that with that set, no, it was what build. What the hell did you do to your Guardian to make them knock everybody out like this? How the hell are you that damn strong? We don't have that anymore. Like, when I saw the video about them putting in the new mod system, and they quite literally, like, verbatim said, oh, we dumbed it down, we made it easier so that, you know, people don't make mistakes. No, we never made mistakes. We purposely build our Guardians the way we built them because that is what worked best for us. You don't have to copy somebody else's build and, you know, be optimal. You find your own optimal state and you go with that. Warframe has done it beautifully, and it stayed. It has stayed. I want it to stay, and I believe it is gonna stay. So there's not too much to say there as far as progression in the game. Progression of the game, moment of silence. Get out of here. Projectile incoming. Oh, here we go. Destiny, please. You are progressing, but you've reset yourself. I do believe about 2 times now, if I remember correctly. The first reset that you guys did was back in Taken King. That was your first reset. We couldn't carry the guns over. We pretty much had to rebuild with everything from Taken King onward. The second reset was obviously the second installment, D2. That was a no. I want to say for a good quarter of the community, that was a hard no. At least a good quarter of the community was a hard no. And this is after we saw what it was. The community was more split half and half. I'm sorry, I'm thinking backwards here. 3/4 of the community was a hard no. I'm sorry, I'm talking backwards. After we saw what you guys came out with. The community was more split half and half when you announced that you would be resetting everything and building new. And I was on the half of the community that said, no, just build on what you have. Because this is great. You've revived music. Yeah, you've revived the game from the Taken King. Granted, the Wrath of the Machine wasn't the best, but it was still better than Destiny Beta. So decided to start all over, and Destiny 2 beta was Destiny 1 beta. I don't understand why you did that. I don't. Yeah. We don't need the resets. If you're actually gonna come out with a D3, build on what you have already. You know, we should definitely expand into the next installment, not replace it, because damn it, D1 by the end of it was so great, so much fun. The movement, the weapons, the story, the environment, everything was awesome. PvP, I lived there. It's not the same anymore, and a lot of the community is saying that, which is why we are having this conversation right now. I don't even think I need to bring up Warframe's progression. You guys have been consistent through and through. You've actually done exactly what Destiny should have. So I feel like I'm patting you guys in the back. Another part I want to bring up. Now, I have a lot of points, so if you are going to be watching this, trust me, there's a lot to talk about. Go ahead and yell at me in the comments if you do come across this video. The feel of power in both games. I feel they both have an epic feel, but on a different level. We're going to start with, of course, Destiny. Their feel of power is more in moments, or it's more situational. I feel like.
Early lunch for council.
Yeah, it's great that we got extra abilities now. Okay, that's cool. Take that. I miss being able to control how fast my super comes back, because I'm the kind of guy that likes to be the mortar fire. I will level on D1. I used to level playing fields so that way I can clear the way for the rest of the team coming in, or be that guy that comes up and sees one of my teammates on the brink of death and having that Nova to save him. I have my Warlock tailor-made so that way I could be, I guess, what you call a mini tank. I built him to be able to take a lot of damage and dish it out. It's kind of that way here. Oh, look, there he is. Hi, buddy. Yeah, We're not here for you right now. I'm actually running bounties. I'm very tempted to come fight you, but level 3, 14, 12. I don't know if we could do
You've
that.
reached the location.
Anyway,
Clear out any
I'm distracted.
hostiles.
Bungie. Bungie, Bungie, Bungie. I used to feel so much powerful, and so much more powerful. I know English. Back in D1, in all honesty, because I was able to do more things. On D2, I feel my survivability may have gone up, which is definitely a
The
plus.
location is ours.
But as far as
Incoming assault.
you know,
Don't let them retake this territory.
I don't like
Those
the
devices
feel
draw energy
of
from bomb ballists.
limitation,
Make use of them.
and that's what I get on D2. I feel very limited. Like, yes, you gave us extra abilities. That's fine and dandy. Thank you. But okay, perfect example. The D1, if arced properly, I can throw my Nova Bomb clear across the map. I was able to nail enemies in PvP, picking up heavy ammo from the other side of the map
Attempt to take control of
and get us into that lead. And if the enemy team was good enough, they could possibly do the same. Hell, I've seen people do it in D2 with hammers, but I can't no longer do that with, no matter how I arc it, the Nova Bomb. And I don't think anyone really noticed it till I started, you know, repeatedly stating that the distance is nerfed. You can't, not only do we not have Lance anymore, which I thought was awesome to have, especially in certain maps. I could throw my grenade further than I could throw my Nova Bomb. And the Nova Bomb's supposed to be your, like, ultimate, your super, your shit. I don't know why it's not heavy, it's made of light. I should be able to throw that just as far. Or I'm sorry, it's, if you want to call it plasma, that's up to you. I know some people, but game wise, lore wise, we're gonna stick to it being light. Okay? Okay. Here, I think Skill Up said it best. It's like having your super all the time. Like I come over here, I hit my speed and power. It's not just me that gets sped up. Everybody has it. I've augmented my Warframe so that whenever I do my fourth ability that causes them to do this, it's called Discharge if you never played it. It gives everybody, it recharges everyone's shield and gives them an overshield for the amount of damage that I do to the enemy. To a certain percentage. I forget the exact numbers. I have not researched this as hard as some people do, because I am a man of action. I can get into the numbers later, but right now I so much love playing the game better. Anyway, that's besides the point. I always feel like I am ready for anything. Period.
Hijack one for me.
Ooh, hit the rock. You see this? Look at that. He's got a speed boost. He's got a speed boost. I got a speed boost. I'm sharing my power with the team, being a team player. It's Destiny's just now starting to get something like that where they have a healer.
Find it and hack it.
Took you long enough. Should have been a thing a while ago. I mean, if you're gonna be a FPS MMO, healers are quite important in MMOs. I mean, why are we doing raids if we have no way of healing each other? I mean, yeah, you got some guns that heal yourself, but nothing to heal each other. I thought that was a bit of a fail, but we're gonna move on. Oh, speaking of raids, Bungie, I will actually stop and give you a round of applause. because your raids have been some of the most fun I've had ever in just about any game. I'm a fan of Final Fantasy, Realm Reborn. That is my shit.
The drone is under our control now. Escort it to the extraction point before
I
the
can't
enemy
get
can
enough of
destroy
that
it.
game, honestly. The only reason why I have not been playing it lately is because, you know, IRL stuff. Yeah, I'll come back.
They're
But
sending another wave to take out the drone. Stay
one thing I
vigilant.
can't get over in that game was the raids. Destiny, you have brought it to a first-person shooter, which has been a godsend to me. Like, I can't thank you enough. My favorite, some of my favorite raids, of course, the OG Volta Glass. Even in year 3, me and my friends would go in there and what I would at least call killing, just to kill Gorgons. We would go in there and just kill Gorgons,
Grenier
just
inbound.
because.
Don't let them harm
Why
the
the
drone.
hell not? And then turn around and finish the raid afterwards, because it's literally just that damn fun. Like we couldn't find a raid anywhere else that let us do something like that. And I thank you for it. Like, dude, great fucking job. Uh, King's Fall? King's Fall? King's Fall was fucking good. The dick wall? There would be times I would just sit back and watch everybody fail to make it to the other
They're
side.
trying to hide
Especially
the
once we
relic on
figured out how to
us.
climb the wall with a sword.
And call the search off. Search the caches near my waypoint to recover
Bungie.
it.
Yes. That was epic. The only raid I can really flat out say I did not like, and it wasn't because, you know, I couldn't do it. It wasn't because it was just like toxic. It never was to me. It's because I mean, you guys said it yourself.
You're nearing
The
the
Wrath
supply
of Machine
hatch,
would
but I am unable
really
to
test
find
who was who.
You'll have to search them all
Who
out
can do
for
what,
yourself.
who can make it, who can't. And you test it to a point to where you quite literally put a strain on some people's not only clans but friendship. That was painful to deal with, because there was actually a number of friends that I lost simply because they couldn't hold their own. And I don't want to say I blame them for it, because I can't blame them for something that that Bungie flat out said they were going to be testing. They were going to be doing with that. And I, you know, can't be too mad at you guys, because you made something that really put everyone to the test. And it just, yeah, I found out who the real raiders were. But at the same time, like, we really did not need that. Raids should have been a epic moment for us to have fun, enjoy, and share. Not get on and be like, you know, you suck, get out of here, you're just a waste of space, blah, 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 because that's a lot of what happened. And there were a lot of people who stopped playing because of that. And that's not cool. For anyone, that's just not cool. Where is this thing? I see it on the radar. Damn, Bungie. So you had a good thing going, and with that one raid, one fell swoop, you fucked it up. Oh, it's definitely what. Now, this is where I come to I didn't talk to you guys in quite a while. It's been like what, 5-10 minutes maybe. Nice try? Question mark? No, not question mark. Period. Nice try. You made an attempt, and you had a couple raids that were challenging, yet it was too technical, is I guess the word I'm looking for. you guys put forth something that was actually pretty damn good, but it was in such a manner that it didn't appeal to the community as well as you hoped or as well as we hoped. So, however,
Only one more to
you
go.
guys did do something
That's
that
the last cache.
I definitely applaud. Damn, I'm
There
patting
he
you
is.
guys on the back a
Beautiful
lot.
roots.
And that's
Hola, kiddo.
completely changing that. You did away with the raids for this open world. We now have open world because you guys saw something that wasn't working. And you said, you know what? Let's take this out. And you gave us something that was much more appealing. I lost my shit when you said Plains of Eidolons was coming in. When I have a good team together, you know how many times I come in here and just like I do everything from fishing to mining to just grinding these missions and killing Eidolons. Or at least attempting to, because I'm not on enough to really get my guns up to par, which I am honestly working on, so don't judge me. But, yo, you made a good trade, and I can deal with the absence of raids unless you guys have an idea on how to bring it back in a manner that's more appealing to the player base. But if you guys just stick with this, I saw Fortuna. I can't wait. I saw Railjack. Thank you. We're gonna get there in a minute. I'm okay with it. I'm okay with all of it. And I can't thank you guys enough. It's a really good job. Where am I at? Accessibility of your items in the game. Yeah, they definitely need to be polished. Like I said, it's a little too technical for me. So I feel it needs they should come back to that. But accessibility. I I'm okay with the way DE has their you know payable items because the only things that's really locked behind that quote unquote paywall are things that are purely cosmetic, i.e., color palettes. Okay, not purely cosmetic, because I gotta correct that. It's mostly weapon slots, armor slots, or Warframe slots, I should say, and then color palettes, and then Saidanas. The things that don't really impact your gameplay too much. You know, um, here's their thing for that though. You can get that in game, that currency in game. So whereas things, oops, my bad. Whereas things you can only get through platinum, which is their premier currency, I guess. You can trade items with other players for platinum. So you're not locked out of that. There are people who make it a point to never pay a dime on this game, and they have hundreds of thousands of plat. They're some of the wealthiest players in the game. Never spent a dime. You giving money to
I give
DE
you
is an option,
coordinates. You go in.
and
You work.
granted, I
Nobody
don't pay a
but you
lot,
comes
but
out.
I I decide to support DE because I like what they've done. I like what they've provided, and I want them to keep doing it. So my little bit of change in the tip jar is because of that. Great job, keep it up. Bungie, get it together. Again, trading, because that's my next subject. Just rolls right in. Trading is gold. I I can't get over. Spent 3.5 years playing Destiny, saying I wish I could trade. with you guys. I got my brothers playing. There's some weapons that I have duplicates of. I could have just traded and gave to them. Even if it's something that's like, okay, have it. You can only trade things of pretty much same rarity or same popularity or same archetype. You know, at least it's a way to trade. All right, you, Bungie again, get it together. D, just real quick, good job. I'm so happy. For those who don't know, who have never played Warframe, who are just like, why do you keep patting these guys in the back? Their trading system is immaculate. All right, granted, it calls for some work on your behalf, but I feel that work is warranted because, all right, there's only certain items in this game that you can trade, most of which being prime items. So first of all, you got to do some work to get those prime items, especially the ones that are of real value. So once you've done that work and you've done probably like a small bit of research, go into chat and just ask, how much can I sell this for? I'm more than sure you'll get a couple people that one, tell you how much it is, two, probably throw you an offer just from trying to figure out how much you can get it for. And because of that, going back to my previous point, there's your plat. And with that plat, you can either get weapons, warframes, colors, slots, all types of stuff. This isn't pay to win. It's pay to go faster or pay to look good. Bungie. I'm not gonna say Bungie's doing it wrong. Here's my reason for that. Your stuff has been cosmetic, which I do not have a problem with. It's not like you're, selling weapons behind a paywall. It's not like you got, stuff that you need to progress through the game behind a paywall. No, what you have is all cosmetic stuff. The problem comes when you have those cosmetic stuff, like say the controversial Iron Banner emote. That pissed off a lot of people. Me personally don't really care. Didn't even bother trying to look for it. Get it. It's cosmetic stuff. However, I can understand everybody's frustration and outrage for it because we're supposed to be Iron Lords.
Excellent hunt. You found one of the caches.
Did we just forget about that? Did we just move away from it? Did we lose our status? Did we get demoted? Are we fired? The Saturn say, yo, fuck out of here. We don't need you anymore. The hell was I thinking? Give me my sword back, because we don't have the sword anymore. Like I keep my swords on me. Like, come on now. My swords stay with me at all times. I miss my Dark Drinker. I miss my Young Wolf's Howl. I miss all of those. And you just took it from me and my status. So I'm guessing because we lost the sword, we lost the status. That's just rude, dude. We worked hard for that. So we fought Siva. Iron Lords died trying to fight Siva. We fought Siva and won. We fought Siva 2.0 and won. I guess that wasn't good enough for a Lord Salad Head. Alright.
Those devices draw energy from bomb ballists. Make use of them.
Dude. I can't get over that. There's so much stuff you guys just took and said no. And then had the nerve to lock that behind the paywall. Just to remind us, hey, you used to be this. And if you want that memory, you gotta pay us for it. That wasn't. There should always be a way in game to get stuff that are in fucking game. Like, I don't know why we're even having this conversation. We had it before, we should have it now. It's my belief. movements. I know you guys have been watching. I know you guys have been like me right now. My Volt, yes, he's set it on a little the slow side, and I'm all right with that only because he's more or less focused on support and damage output. Oh, I missed that shot entirely. Get out of the sky. Support and damage output is my Volt's main focus. I want to move fast. I got a power for that. I can speed up all I want to there. There's no real limit, honestly. If I had a Warframe by the name of Nova, damn it, she could teleport. And just to give you an idea, it's nothing like my Warlock Blink or anything like that. Literally, she makes a gateway. The furthest I've made that gateway go is just shy of 200 meters. That's that big tree over there, roughly. And I could do that about 3, maybe 4 times before I need to recharge my energy. Okay? The Volt can't run that fast. I don't care what anybody says. I love Volt. He's my main. Anybody who's played this game with me knows that I am Volt. But damn it, I know when I'm beat. Granted, she's not fucking running, she's fucking teleporting. So in a foot race, she's fucking fucked. But simply because of that fucking teleportation gateway alone. Hey, give me my fucking wings. Thank you. She got it. I can't be mad at that. Hell, if anything, I like the teleport. I think it's dope as shit. I would like to be able to do more of it, but I gotta work on my modding for her. Going back to Destiny, my Warlock. I'm not gonna knock Destiny for their movements. Granted, it's not as fast as D1. It's nowhere as fast as Warframe, but it is pretty quick, especially if I use my Warlock's Blink. I have been able to get around some hellified shit, like life or death. If I don't blink now, that's it. Mission over. Type of shit. And hey, I like it. Fucking love it. You will get no complaints from me. All right. Just speed it up a little bit. It's not a complaint, it's a request. Make us as fast as we were on D1. I miss that speed. Honestly. Going from the movement to the replayability. Now, I might be talking about this one for a bit. Simply because I don't have an incentive to play Destiny like I used to. Granted, yeah, milestones, cool, but if I have enough people on, I can get every single one of those milestones done by midnight Tuesday. Reset is noon. I do a lot of those milestones and shit by the time I go to work, 2 p.m. Eastern time. By the time weekend comes around, I get some people together to do the Nightfall. Get a couple more people together to do the raid. And that's it. Those are my milestones. I'm done for the week. So Tuesday, Saturday, maybe Friday, depending on how early everybody gets out and is available. All my milestones are done. I have no other reason to play. Don't necessarily have to do PvP. It's not as fun as it used to be. Don't get me wrong, it's still fun. It's just not as fun as it used to. So there's no reason to really do it. I don't do competitive. I'm not that damn sweaty. So I've reset my Valor rank twice. I got the ghost that I wanted. No more reason for me to do that. Why? Where's the replayability? It's not really there to me anymore. And I bet a lot of people are saying this. I know a lot of people are saying this. Oh, it's just this thing over here. Damn, I thought I was coming to get something. Alright, so I guess these guys want to fight the Eidolon? Question mark? Oh, no, I was right. Anyway, I'm distracted myself. Hey, die. Who do you think you are? Anyway, replayability for, I mean, do I have to explain this? Really? Warframe always has something to do. Literally every single day. There's a new, the sorties is pretty much Warframe's equivalent to a Nightfall. It resets every day. So I got that I can do. I come in here, these bounties that I can get done. These reset, I think it's every 2 to 3 hours. I forget. Ooh, there's a target over here. But I got that I can do.
Come out for a fight. Make it last.
The master rank in this game depends on how many weapons you've actually mastered. Hence the name master rank. Thank you. I'm only at master rank 20, so I still have lots of work to do. The max is 25. So of course, the higher you go, the more points and things you need to rank up. There's always something to do. Always. This little guy, this little fucker here has his own skill tree. This fucker here has his own like stats and stuff. This fucker here has his own shit and stuff. Like everything has something that can be worked on. I don't think anyone has fully mastered everything in the game to say I'm done. If anything, I've seen people, I guess, quit playing simply because the grind was too much, or you know, they just flat out could not keep up. Literally, they got tired of playing. Nostalgia kicked in. It's not. It may have been boring to them. Not everybody likes the grind. Cool. I get that. I'm alright with it. However, my way of dealing with it is just to take a break. I got 2 major games that I play. I'm talking about the other one right now. You don't have to stay here and get everything done all at once.
You captured the location. Not let them retake it.
As hardcore of a player you may be, or we all may be, you don't have to do it all in a year. Hell, it all won't be done in a year. I started playing, I forget when I started playing, but when it was just before the War Within came out. I had a month, and I set a goal for myself. That goal being, I would be caught up and tailored ready for the War Within by the time it dropped. I could not tell you how focused I was doing that. It was some of the most intense gaming I've done in years. Like literally, I don't even think I've grinded out Final Fantasy VIII that hard. And that was literally all I played for who knows how long on the PS1. Like I had everything from a notepad to just everything. The booklet, the magazine, I mean, on where everything was, how to do it, what it was. The only thing it didn't have was answers to the puzzles. To my memory, honestly, it's been what, PS1. How long ago was that? You expect me to remember everything? Fuck you. I grinded this game probably harder than I grinded that for just that month alone, and then everything afterwards was just because I was dumbfounded. I was awed. I was in love. I'm still in love. That fucker there is dope as shit. We're not going to talk about them because I'm not going to spoil it for whoever hasn't played it. Max, shut up. Excuse me. But there's always a reason to come back and play. And when you think you caught up, you think you're done, DE has snuck some stuff in here. They literally snuck things in. I've seen guns just appear in this game that nobody said anything about. Maybe I'm not paying that much attention. That's always a thing, but I'm okay with it. I like surprises. And finding a new gun to work with, finding new frames, finding new everything to have and, you know, do, and that's a hell of a surprise, and I will gladly take on that challenge. Yes, give me more. I need more. So Warframe, you definitely doing it. Customization. I can't get enough of either one. Destiny, you're on your way. You started out very limited, but you've been building. You took away some of it, which I don't approve, but you're still adding. So I can't complain too much. Just, you know, and I mean customization as far as everything: skill tree, coloring, just aesthetics, gameplay, everything. Let me customize all of my stuff. Again, I need more. Because if there's one thing that you will always win me over on, it's customization. I don't care how steep that learning curve is. If you let me customize, I will figure it the hell out. Started Warframe by myself, learning how to do all of this stuff. Struggled. Thank you, Psycho Cinematics. You helped me a lot. It's the main guy I watched for how to do things, and it was usually just, it was mostly for how to get certain frames. As far as modding and stuff goes, I like just tinkering, and I tinkered till I figured it out. And I am so happy with what these guys have built. Now I wish that you would have more of a tutorial in game for those who can't figure it out the way that I have or others. But you know, that was your choice, I guess. Maybe you're working on something, maybe not. Look, I'm past it. I don't mean to be insensitive to those who can't pass it, but I'm past it. Just keep those guys in mind, please and thank you. This is where I come to the community, and I don't feel like this is gonna go over too well, only because some people in the community, I don't know if they're ever gonna come across this. You're not gonna like everybody. That includes me.
I give you coordinates. You go in.
I don't like everybody. That might include you.
But you comes out. Good?
That don't make me toxic. That makes us human. However, overall, both of the communities have made their games just awesome. And oh look, it already reset. Every 2 hours it resets. But both of the communities are just flat out awesome. I've got no complaint, really, for any of them. Destiny community, these guys care so much that it not only shows their loyalty to the game, but it shows that they want the game to evolve, and they will do everything and anything they can to try to make that happen. Now, on the flip side of that, the developers just need to be more open. Now, with the community summit that I saw, that's a strong attempt you're making there, Bungie. Now, I don't know if that was actually your idea or Blizzard's, because we all know it wasn't Activision's. All this time, now it just, no, Activision, we know better. That's a good first step. Now let's see where you go from there, because your community which I'm a part of, is calling out to you and crying to you because we see what the game once was and we see what it's turning into, and it's not panning out too well, in all honesty. Um, just you don't have to revert back to the old ways entirely. Definitely don't need to do that, but at least go back to your roots, or to the roots at the point of taking King, to where the community was once again in blind love with you, because we all were at a point where we're just like, we can't get enough.
The drone is under
That
our
was not a
control
Michael
now.
Jackson reference.
Escort
I'm
it to
fighting
the
tooth and nail
extraction
not to
point
sing a
before
song.
the enemy
Don't
can
judge
destroy
me.
it.
Now, Warframe's community, again, I have not seen so many hopeful people in a game in my life.
Inbound. Don't let
Granted,
them harm the
yeah,
drone.
the Destiny community definitely has that, but not to the extent that Warframe does. Because these guys, if you're new and you ask a question, I remember going into the region chat, yes, you have those toxic people. There's always going to be toxicity anywhere you go. There's no escaping that. That's like going to a job and not having that one person that you just want to uppercut 17 times until their jaw just goes soft. It's prevalent at every job. This is no different, you know, but their
They're
community,
sending another wave to take out the drone.
damn
Stay
it, I came
vigilant.
in and I can't remember who it was, but I'll never forget the boss that I got stuck on.
Scan
And
the
I
drone
finally
systems.
broke, and I went into the chat and I asked for help. My first mistake was I went into region chat. They let me know that. But in the same breath, they turn around and I had 3 whole people. I kid you not, every single one of them mass rank 20 and up
Reach the location. Clear out
come to
nearby
me and was like,
hostiles.
alright, let's help you out here. And it was the boss on Europa.
The location
That
is
same one
ours.
everybody struggles with.
Incoming assault.
And
Don't let them retake this
I mean, seconds. We wiped them out in, not we, they wiped them out in seconds for me. And then they asked if I wanted to do it a few more times to get the Warframe. And because of them, I did. Where, who does that? I tell you who does that, these fuckers. And these are some helpful fuckers. And I thank these fuckers for being that goddamn helpful. Because I would have struggled. And now I try to return that favor in kind. I try to be that person that goes into region chat and helps out. You call and ask for help, yeah, I'll show up. Just send me the invite. If you are there and you are lost on something and people are just being toxic, I'll invite you myself. Come on, what do you need to get done? I'll help you out. Now, I've seen a lot of new people come in and be just flat out toxic, but I think that's because of my next point here, and that's just the big rivalry between. And that's mostly been prevalent because of the DLCs coming for both games, being Fortuna and Forsaken, which I feel these guys are starting to get more direct with their rivalry because they know this is going on, but that's not my place to talk about. I'll probably talk about it later anyway. But it's why is it that serious? I want to say it's not that damn serious. Damn it, they're both good games. I've been excited for both of the DLCs coming. But people are just literally, I feel like somebody's trying to come and sabotage, which doesn't make sense. Why? How do you expect to do that? Why do you want to do that? Damn it. Yeah, be a Destiny fan. You could be a fanboy all you want to. I'll admit to being a fanboy. Been playing Destiny for years. I played Destiny exclusively for 3 years straight. Literally had nothing else on my PlayStation. Got rid of all my other discs because they were just collecting dust. And there was a couple times I was just down for cash. But still, like, I would not get rid of Destiny. Exclusively I played that. And I was happy with it. Then I got PS4. One of my friends told me about Warframe. I checked it out. I was lost for a bit, but that learning curve,
The commander has
I
one less
can't
place
get
to
enough of
hide.
that learning curve. You give me a challenge and I will relish in it. And they rewarded me with
The commander is having
such
special
power,
supplies sent in
such
to serve them.
customization,
Intercept the threat
such
and destroy it.
joy. Satisfied. You can get that from both games. You don't have to be
Among these troops,
that damn
is a
hateful.
supply beacon. Find it
And
take
this
it.
is coming from a guy who will curse somebody out quickly if you push me to that point.
There's the supply beacon. Grab it.
Even I'm
Call
sitting
the
here like,
drop.
what are you on about? You really don't need to be on about that at all.
Supplies are dropping now. Destroy them.
I'm probably gonna pre-order Forsaken.
Take that supply beacon.
I'm definitely
and
gonna
I will
get
call it
Fortuna.
a drop.
So anybody who used to play the game, who's on the verge of coming back,
Supplies incoming.
we got a
Make
we got a
sure
command
you
ship.
never get
I
your
need
hands on
my
it.
gunmen. I need my infiltrators. Cause damn it, I can't captain a ship without a crew. Prince Aldrin's gotta get his ass kicked. That's plain and simple. I've never seen Bife so mad. Like, I'm probably gonna be right there with him if I ever get the opportunity. Hey, Bife, Aldrin's gonna die. I'm your hired gun. Let's go get this bitch.
There's the supply beacon.
I'm
Grab
gonna
it
be like
so I
Dave
can
Chappelle
call
instead,
in the
man.
drop.
I'm, of course, Dave Chappelle. So you probably looking at me and going, you know, I thought you was explaining why you like the games. It sound you just been ragging on Destiny and Bungie this entire time. No. I feel criticisms are due on both ends. And the only reason why I have more criticisms to Bungie as opposed to DE is because DE has been more on their shit lately. Like when I first got to the game, yeah, there was a lot of struggles. Anybody who's been playing for an extended amount of time can attest to that. I don't need to explain it to you. Anybody who hasn't, you could just ask around and they'll tell you, you know, DE, even now they'll probably tell you DE is still fucking up, and that's probably because of animosity, you know? But the way I look at it, they have come around so well, and they're doing so much, and it shows even in the new DLC. It shows strongly because, dude, I've asked, I know for a fact, personally I've asked for it, not just Warframe, but also Destiny, interstellar dogfights. I thought we were going to have, like, personal ships we were going to do it in, like our orbiter was going to end up getting guns. But they took it one step further and said, well, hey, we were looking on doing that anyway. Here you go. Find a crew, don your ship, and here's a target. By the way, it's a big fucking target. I love it. Give me that target. Watch what I do. Come on, I had to kill all those guys up on there. But yeah, they gave it to us in spades. They gave us what we asked. Oh, I thought it was gonna keep playing for us. They gave us what we asked for, and I honestly could not be happier. Like really.
Brace yourself for more fighters.
Oop. What the hell? Yeah, give me this. The rivalry isn't that serious. It's not that damn real. That's pretty much all I got. I had a moment right there. Had to calm it down because I was literally about to be upset about a couple of, you know, things I was thinking about, talking about. This isn't supposed to be an emotional, like, conversation. It's just a powwow about the two games. I just happen to like them both. I want to see both do good. It's just, you know, some games do better than others, and I feel like one can learn from the other's success.
We're in. Take the resources.
where
Commander is going to have a
you're
hard
at that
time
point.
fitting in without his
Yeah,
troops.
fuck it. I'll say it.
He's stuck here.
Bungie, you're at that point where you can literally learn a few things from DE. Y'all could be mad at me all you want for saying that. It's called,
I have questions I want answered.
character growth, and every game can do that. Oop. Everything. Damn it. Call of Duty. Call of Duty could probably learn a couple of things. Yes, Activision, I'm getting about your game because I used to play that game faithfully. Of like all versions of it.
Track them down.
Hi, Safari. I wasn't looking at the screen. Yeah. Yeah, you want Call of Duty to come back, at least in my eyes. You could probably take a page out of here too. So Activision, get your head out your ass, or at least get your dick out of the Bungie's, and get your shit together. Because I honestly feel a lot of the problems that Bungie has might be because of you. Take that as you will, be mad at me, whatever the case. I really don't give a shit. I just feel like, the games could grow. Both Destiny and not Warframe, Destiny and Call of Duty can grow, but we're not here to talk about Call of Duty. And we're done there. All right. So that's my rant. Mac, I know you sitting there talking. I appreciate you talking to me. I'm sorry I wasn't looking at some of the screens. More supplier, right? Yeah. I mean, honestly, I used to be that guy too, but I'm currently at the point I don't know if you saw my my bank account. I could definitely use some more plat. So once I'm done here, but you know what? Because you wanna. I don't know why you chasing me right now. Nah, don't run away. Okay. Anyway, that's my rant. Safari, you just missed my whole rant about, Bungie, DE, Destiny, Warframe. Anybody who comes across this video later on in life, I mean, hell, tell me what you think. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me why I'm wrong. Tell me I'm right. Tell me why I'm right. What do you agree with? What you don't? What you want to see? What you can't wait for? What you hope? What you fear? Damn it. Because I'll tell you right now, I'm afraid that my favorite game from damn near 5 years is going to go down the toilet. And I love Destiny. I really do. That's an awesome game. However, we all know it. Whether it be Activision just like ramming Bungie's asshole, or Bungie just not knowing what to do in this case, which I think is a load of bullshit because they got Halo. It's falling apart, and I don't want to see that happen. Do I think this is the Destiny killer? No. I don't think that Warframe's gonna kill Destiny. I just think it's got a better DLC than Fortuna, but it's not gonna. I mean, it's got a better DLC than Forsaken. Fortuna, Forsaken. Yeah, I feel like y'all did it on purpose. Anyway, but it's not gonna kill it. It's gonna give it a hell of a challenge. The only problem with it is, and I've seen this firsthand from my friends, the learning curve is so steep that if you don't have somebody there to help you, then yeah, you're not gonna be in this, and that's gonna drive you back towards Destiny. However, Destiny has been dumbed down from Destiny 1 that people are starting to turn away from that because of that. I mean, we like complexity, Bungie. We want complexity. So, reason why I'm playing this now. I mean, I like I like being able to feel so accomplished because I figured out something that was difficult. And be it the mod system, the coloring, the mission, the weapons, the building or crafting as some people might call it, all of that, you know, it's it's rewarding. Why'd you dumb it down for us? I don't know. I don't know who you're trying to appeal to, but your base was happy with a lot of stuff you had back on day one. You just needed to change some of the way of life. Speaking of way of life, like this, they didn't have this before. Right here. This wasn't a thing. DE is always changing their way of life in this game. Change is good. Change is good. Don't be afraid of that. Try something new. Hell, give the community what they want in some respects. I'm not going to get too deep into that because a lot of the weapon balancing you guys have been doing has been because people have been crying about just, okay, it's have some backbone in some cases. Back on D1, I used to just nerf everything because people complained. I like your new approach. Don't nerf it. Buff everything else. I think that's cool. Give me. Alright. I think that's cool though. You don't need to be nerfing stuff. Did my shit reset because they left? Okay, gotta go get that body back. Ow. Bungie, you got a good thing going. Don't fuck it up because people want to cry and complain. Here's my thing on weapon balances. It's not always going to be balanced. It's not ever going to be quote-unquote balanced. Take a real-life example. You got you got one gun that's kick-ass. I'm gonna use the A's from D1 as an example here. So many people have Thorn, and so many people complained about Thorn. I can't, because I'm trying to do it wrong. Duh. So many people complain about the Thorn. That thing is infamous. I don't need to go into too much detail about that. Rather than nerfing it into the ground like you did, you had its rival. I don't remember if it came out at the same time or after, but Last Word. Okay, that was a good attempt. You could have left it at the Last Word. That would have been the answer for the Thorn, or come up with a new model to contest with the Thorn, like another. What the hell? How did this kid get in here? Get out of here. There we go. Sorry, don't mean to be mean. But you could have came up with another model to contest the Thorn in its infamousy, so to speak. Or you could have just kept Thorn and people would have realized that the oh my goodness, I'm blanking right now. So bad on names. Vex Mythoclast. You could have kept those two guns where they were, and they would have been out here having war. Now, you're probably saying those two guns would have been the meta in PvP. To an extent. If you got them at a distance, that Mida that eats up everything, or if you were slick enough, that Mida that eats up everything would have ate those users up. Because a lot of times, if you got hit in the back by a Mida once, by the time you turn around, you would have saw the death blow. There was no way you could not turn fast enough on somebody using a Mida. You had two choices: Run or die. That was it. So all that complaining and nerfing that you guys did, that I don't feel was justified by that.
Pay me in red. I pay
You had an answer for the thorn. You chose to nerf it. You chose to nerf everything. So I'm hoping with this new approach that you guys are taking, don't nerf, buff, you don't take that too far. Because then you just buff everything and everybody gets one shot left and right all the time. So I would say, personally, I would like to see, instead of like nerfs and buffs, leave the guns where they are. Let the people find weapons that work and come up with new weapons that work in a different way. And it's because they're in that different way, it could be seen as an answer to the previous meta. Great example. My bitch. Matador 64. I miss her. That was my answer to the universal remote. In all honesty. Because I literally, I don't know if Miss Honey Bunny's ever going to watch this video, I literally had a fire team of 3 during an Iron Banner get upset with me because I was out there with year 1 guns trying to get my year 3 Thorn. So I was using just void everything, which included the Word of Crota in the Iron Banner. I was killing them. They didn't like it. They decided they were all going to put on shotguns and literally jump the shit out of me. So I decided to turn around and put on my meta, which happened to include my dear old Matador 64. And I went to town. Ended up kicking ass. To the point they felt so bad about it, or mad about it, or sad about it, whatever fuck their feelings, because it was just that bad. Alright? That they stuck around for 2 more games feeling like they were gonna just try to troll me. Like literally, I've seen these guys run past my teammate, which was Miss Honey Bunny, to come and get me, teabag me, and then run off. I guess the rest of the team didn't matter until they got their kill on me. So it turned into a 2-on-3, because after all, even Honey got mad and said, no, fuck these guys. That was my answer. Didn't complain about, you know, universal remote being a primary shotgun that just massacred or nothing. I just found my answer to it. Happened to be Maddie. I turned on them fools so many times, and I made it work. I want that to be prevalent in this next DLC, or moving forward, period, in Destiny. If there's a problem, let's find an answer, not nerf it, because that's not an answer. That's a sorry excuse of an answer, in all honesty.
That's it. The drone is under our control.
And buffing, I just feel, is a band-aid answer to it too. Make up new weapons. Find out what makes that gun the meta, and find another way to counteract that meta. Create a new meta. Literally. I feel like that's a lot better way to deal with that kind of situation. I said I was supposed to be done rambling. Now we're just here to play. So I'm gonna end this video here because I feel like it's gone long enough. I'm actually gonna go ahead onto Twitch. So Mac, Safari, if you guys are still watching, that's where I'm gonna be at. If anybody else feels they like to, I think my Sentinel might have already scanned it. Anyway, if anybody else feels like they might want to come join me there, I will be there. I am hoping to start live streaming a bit more. I got some equipment coming in this weekend. Right now my setup is pretty primitive, but I'm building on it, and I am looking to start actually doing some edits and stuff too, because that's what I really want to do, make and edit videos and bring them to you guys, because I actually like this. I like being able to do this. I like being able to talk to you, but I also like the live stream aspect because at some point I like being able to communicate with people and get their insight on stuff. I want to have those moments. So I'll be over there in just a bit. Come join me if you want to. Till then, take it easy, guys.